All right, everyone, ready for today's deep dive. Buckle up, because we are going headfirst into a total gold mine that one of you sent us.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be good.
This is one of those emails, right, about a customer complaint. Kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
At a helicopter museum, and oh boy.
It's a doozy.
It is not your average TripAdvisor rant, let me tell you that right now.
It's not. It's so much better. This is like performance art.
It really
This
is.
scathing critique, but like disguised as just like a casual email reply, you know? And honestly, it's genius.
Yeah, you've already read it, so you know what I'm talking about, right? This isn't like someone just like venting about a bad experience or whatever.
Yet.
There are layers to this thing.
And her layers.
It's so good. The setup alone is comedy gold.
Oh, yeah.
i.e., we are closed again this weekend for repairs.
Oof. Repairs.
Like, you can practically smell the burnt toast and disappointment, can't you?
Absolutely, yeah. And that's, like you said, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh, yeah.
What's so brilliant about this is that he takes this, like, seemingly totally mundane email about a closed museum, and he uses it to launch into this, like, takedown of the whole operation. But it's hilarious.
I mean, it's so funny.
But also insightful, because have you ever, like, encountered a business that just seems, like, hell-bent on failing?
Oh, absolutely.
This is one of those, like, they're doing everything wrong.
Yeah, and he's calling them out on it, and I love it.
Oh, yeah, he does not hold back.
No.
But it goes beyond just a bad museum, too, right?
Yes.
Like, he weaves in this whole other layer about, you know, the joys or maybe the terrors of parenting.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about.
His poor son. The insatiable transportation obsession. I felt that.
I felt that in my soul.
Deep in my soul.
All those videos?
All the videos, the desperate attempts to just find something, anything to engage this kid's interest.
To stop the tantrum, you know?
Oh.
It's rough, but, like, it's so relatable.
Oh, it's such a universal parenting struggle.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
To find something that works, that they'll actually, like, enjoy, and then you end up showing them, like,
the same video.
Like 10 times in a row, like, this is my life.
Oh, it's the worst. And then it backfires, because then they only like that thing.
Only that one thing.
And you're like, great, I've created this monster.
This is my fault.
But he owns that struggle. I love that about this email.
He really does.
It's this, like, self-deprecating humor that's just perfect.
Yeah.
Like, remember we talked about, like, conditioning his son with those transportation videos? And then he's like, it's not our proudest parenting moment, which, again, so relatable.
So relatable.
It's like, we've all been there.
It makes you wonder, you know, because they're talking about the museum being a reasonable price for kids under 5.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder if they're, like, intentionally targeting these parents.
Oh, for sure.
Who are just desperate. Because, let's be honest, $59 for an adult ticket.
That's steep.
That's steep. For a helicopter museum that's not looking so hot so far.
Yeah, and then there's that whole thing where he talks about their exclusive annual membership.
I know, right?
And it's like, buddy, read the room.
Yeah.
Nobody's signing up for that.
To be a member of this disaster.
I know, nobody.
It's like they're trying to convince you that. Like, overpaying for a subpar experience is somehow a privilege.
Right, exactly.
Like, become a member of this exclusive club of people who also hate their money.
Yes. And our email writer sees right through it, which I love.
He does.
But before we get into that, I want to talk about the exhibits themselves for a second.
Oh, yeah, the exhibits, right?
Because decommissioned rotary aircraft, like, I don't know how you feel about that.
It doesn't exactly scream family fun day, does it?
Not really.
Yeah.
Like, are we excited about this?
No, not really. He paints this picture of, like, a glorified hangar.
Okay.
With just, like, a paltry collection of these, like, partially reconditioned helicopters.
Partially? What does that even mean?
It just means, like, barely.
Oh, God.
Like, they slapped some paint on it and called it goop. Like a 10-year-old's, like, art project.
Yeah.
Just, like, haphazardly put together.
Exactly. And you can practically hear the, like, creaky metal and smell the dust, you know?
Oh, I do. I totally do.
It's not a good scene.
Not a good scene. And the exhibits themselves.
Oh, yeah. What about those?
Talk about low budget.
What did he say? Beaten up poster board? Construction paper?
Construction paper.
Come on.
My 5-year-old has better exhibits in his bedroom.
Right. It's giving very strong, we made this in the basement vibes.
Seriously. And don't even get me started on the Vietnam vet Q&A.
Oh, yeah. The elusive Vietnam vet.
Elusive. He might be there.
He might be there. He might not.
It's like a roll the dice with this museum.
Yeah, like you have a 50-50 shot of getting yelled at by a Vietnam vet.
Right. Or like amazing stories.
That's true. That's true. There's two sides to every coin.
There is.
But it's like a bonus feature that you might get if you're lucky or unlucky, depending on how you feel about impromptu history lessons.
Depending on the day, right?
Okay.
How this guy's feeling that day.
It's exactly.
Okay, but what's so fascinating to me,
Yeah.
is that all of these details, right? Like, as hilarious as they are,
Yeah.
all point to this bigger issue with this museum.
Right, which is what...
They are totally tone deaf.
Yes.
To what people actually want.
It's like they have no idea what their customers want.
No, they don't.
Or who their customers are.
They're accidentally, like, a case study in how not to run a business.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Like, this is how not to get customers. This is how not to treat customers.
This is how to go out of business 101.
Yes, exactly. And they are practically begging for an email like this.
Oh, begging for it.
And speaking of this email,
Yeah.
the part where he talks about the museum hours, I mean...
Oh, the hours, yeah.
This is where it gets good.
It's amazing.
It's almost Shakespearean, the absurdity of it.
It is. It's like he's crafting a tragedy.
Yes.
A masterpiece.
Okay, so, closed Sundays and Mondays, like, I get it, right?
Yeah, fine. That's normal.
That's fine, that's a lot of museums.
Sure.
But Tuesdays and Wednesdays, too.
It's getting personal,
Sure.
Like, are you open at all?
What are you doing?
What is going on over there?
What is going on over there? Seriously, what are you doing?
Pick a lane.
Yeah.
Are you a museum or are you just like a guy who really likes helicopters?
Right.
Make up your mind.
In your garage.
Yeah.
Pick a struggle.
Exactly.
Thursdays?
Oh, Thursdays. Don't even get me started on Thursdays.
Only open if you can wrangle a group of 20 or more people.
20 people? Who are these people?
I don't know. A month in advance?
Like what?
Who is booking a last-minute helicopter museum field trip? I need to know.
I know. I have so many questions, but even if you manage to like clear your schedule for that Friday or Saturday visit, right?
Yeah.
Be prepared.
Oh no.
For that leisurely lunch break.
Oh god, the lunch break.
From noon to 1:30.
It's like they're trying to make it impossible to visit.
It's like we're open, but not really.
Right. Like why even have those hours listed? Like just
It's a suggestion.
Yeah.
More of a guideline, really.
Just say, like, by appointment only or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Call us. Maybe we'll answer. It's fine.
If we feel like it.
I don't know, but honestly, that's not even my favorite part.
Oh, it gets better.
It gets so much better.
Okay, all right.
Okay. This is where we meet Betsy.
Oh, Betsy.
Disillusioned Betsy.
Poor Betsy. She's great.
I know. I love Betsy.
She's the best.
He uses her, right, as the symbol for the museum's overall dysfunction.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, she's the mascot.
She's the embodiment of their incompetence.
Yeah, like she was promised the world.
At least a paycheck.
Right. At least a paycheck. And she gets, what does she get?
Nothing. Nada.
Nothing.
A big old helping of nothing.
And he says it's like,
What does he say?
a carrot that rotted on the stick.
Yes.
Which, I'm sorry.
That's poetry.
That is poetry.
That's beautiful.
So beautiful.
It's the perfect analogy, for the whole museum.
Yes.
You're promised this amazing, educational, family-friendly day out.
Uh-huh.
And what do you get? You get Betsy's reality.
Betsy's reality.
Which is just dust and disappointment.
And broken dreams.
Yeah, broken dreams.
And it makes you wonder
yeah.
how many other Betsys are out there.
Right. How many other people are getting the short end of the stick?
Getting Betsied.
Getting totally Betsied.
Old Betsy's just like underappreciated.
Working for peanuts.
Yeah, and disillusion.
And broken promises.
Broken promises.
Yeah.
And it makes you think, right? Like on a larger scale, businesses are out there over-promising and under-delivering all the time.
All the time.
And like our email writer here has clearly picked up on that.
Oh yeah, he sees them.
He sees right through it.
He's not falling for it.
And he's using this experience, or lack thereof.
Right, his non-experience.
With this museum to call it out.
Yes.
It's a very real problem.
He's like this accidental consumer advocate.
He really is, right. But you know what I really love, though?
What?
His tone throughout this whole thing. Like,
yeah, tell me.
It's not just like some angry rant, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like, I'm so mad.
Yeah.
This is perfectly calibrated.
Oh, yeah.
This blend of humor and sarcasm.
He's a wordsmith.
He's a wordsmith.
This is artistry.
But also genuine disappointment.
Right. It's all there.
It's all in there, yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's so good. And honestly, I think he's giving us all a masterclass in passive-aggressive feedback.
100%, yeah.
Because at no point does he say, your museum is terrible.
Right.
But he doesn't really need to.
No, he does not. The subtext is loud and clear.
Oh, we hear you, bud.
We hear you loud and clear.
And that's what makes this so effective, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not a complaint.
It's art.
It's art. It's
social commentary.
He's dissecting this museum's every misstep.
Every single one.
With a scalpel, but like a funny scalpel.
Yeah, a scalpel that makes you laugh.
Yes.
Well, it's dissecting you.
Okay, yes. He's making us laugh.
Uh-huh.
But also forcing us to think.
To think critically.
About this customer experience.
Yeah, and that's powerful, man.
That is power.
That's a potent combination right there.
You laugh, you think, you cry.
You reflect on the choices that led you to this moment.
It's a journey, and it makes you wonder.
It really does.
In this age, online reviews, Yelp, all that stuff.
TripAdvisor.
Is a well-crafted, personalized email.
Like this one.
Like this, more impactful.
I think so, because it cuts through the noise, doesn't it?
It does. It's so much better than a one-star review.
A one-star review, you just scroll past that.
It's meaningless.
But this is art.
This is something else.
This is going to stick with you.
It sticks with you, and you can't help but feel like the museum brought this on themselves. They created this environment.
100%. It's their own fault.
Where a scathing email
is the only appropriate response.
Yeah, like, what were they expecting?
What they think was going to happen.
Did they think people were just going to be like, oh, you're closed? Okay, cool, no problem.
I'll just come back. Never.
See you next year, maybe.
Right. Okay, but let's not forget.
Oh, yeah.
The final line of the email.
Wow. The mic drop.
The mic drop.
He tells them
to use the money that they're saving by taking him off their mailing list.
Yes.
To improve the museum.
It's so good. So good.
Pure gold.
It's brilliant.
I know.
It's like he's giving them a gift.
It's a gift.
He's like, here's how to not suck.
It's the perfect blend of, like, snark.
Yeah.
But also, like, genuine suggestion, Like,
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Yes.
It's like a dad giving life advice.
That's what it is.
Like, you're better than this, son.
Right. You're better than this museum.
You can do better.
But, like, beneath that humor, there's a serious point. What is it?
Listen to customer feedback.
Hello?
Are you listening?
Anybody home?
This is important.
This is how you run a business, people.
This is it.
Pay attention.
Take notes, museum.
Take notes.
And not just listening to it, but
actually do something about it.
Don't just file that email away.
Yeah.
Actually take action.
Because honestly, this email...
The treasure trove.
Of constructive criticism.
Absolutely. It's all right there.
If only, right? If only.
The museum is willing to hear it.
Right. That's the $1 million question, isn't it?
It really is.
Did they listen?
It makes you wonder, did this email...
spark any real change?
Did they shape up?
Did they shape up? Did they finally give Betsy that paycheck? Like, I need to know.
I know.
Did they hire a professional curator? Like,
did they throw out all the construction paper?
Get rid of the construction paper, get some real exhibits in there.
Yeah, like, what happened?
I need answers.
We may never know.
We may never know. This is one of life's great mysteries,
It really is.
Like, this email could be, like, sitting in their spam folder or...
Oh, my God, languishing.
Yeah, totally forgotten. Or, like, maybe they printed it out.
Okay.
And it's, like, framed on a wall somewhere,
Or like a warning.
A testament to, one man's quest for, like, a decent helicopter museum.
Yeah, a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
But either way, like, this email, this glorious email...
It's a gift.
It is a gift to us.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
It has given us so much to think about.
I know.
It's hilarious, right? It's like a cautionary tale. For businesses, it's a glimpse into parenthood.
Yes.
The struggles, but also like a masterclass in what...
In like how to write a complaint.
How to write a complaint letter.
This is it. This is the pinnacle.
This is what we should all aspire to.
Absolutely, yeah. It's proof that even like something is... I don't know.
Like mundane.
Yeah, like a customer complaint email can be like hilarious.
Right.
Insightful. Yeah. And like a little bit of social commentary,
It really is. Like, it's kind of profound when you think about it.
It is, yeah.
And it all comes down to the delivery.
The delivery, yeah.
Like, he could have written this email and been like, I'm so mad. Look, just like an angry rant.
Totally.
But it's the humor.
The humor saves it.
It's the sarcasm.
Yeah.
That just elevates it.
100%. Yeah, it's masterful.
It's so good. So to our listener who sent this gem, thank you.
Oh my God, thank you.
You have given us so much to think about.
So
much to laugh about.
Oh yeah.
And to everyone else listening, the next time you're about to leave like a bad Yelp review
Uh-huh.
or just like a scathing comment on someone's post,
Yeah.
remember this email.
Remember the helicopter museum.
Remember the helicopter museum.
Channel that energy.
Channel that energy.
Be like our email writer, you know.
Be a wordsmith.
Embrace the humor.
Embrace the humor.
But you know what?
You might just create a masterpiece.
You might just change the world.
You might change the world.
One helicopter museum at a time.
One helicopter museum at a time.